Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Hi everyone, it's me, Dan. Happy Easter. It is Easter Sunday. If you do celebrate Easter, then happy Easter. I hope you are enjoying some chocolate. I'm not going to lie, it's all of it today. I need to eat some actual food in a bit. So when I've done this, that's probably what's on the card. A cup of tea, everyone. We're getting comfy. Because I thought I would film the next part of this. So, since I last saw you, this has happened. I got a new pencil case for my light fasts because I want to have light fast and luminance together. Then I have put the new Derwent in with the old Derwent in colour order, and then I have this little gap here for burnt umber, which is on its way thanks to the lovely Marie. And I've got some Spurs. I don't know why, but I randomly just do that and order the wrong things, and I'm like, oh. So I've put them in a colour order. I just went off numbers, not gonna lie. I've not like swatched them and made sure they fit, but I have just literally put them in number order for the 100 now, so they're all in there. And then obviously ones that I use quite often, I'll just get Spurs. So like I need probably, well I don't need, but when they're on offer I'll just get some Spurs and bang them in the back. So since I saw you last, I have done a little bit of work on this frog toad tree house. I finished the leaves because I don't think I finished them on camera, did I? And then I did all of the little dots, spot things, and I thought what I'm going to treat them as are like mushrooms beginning to grow. So I just kept them the same colour, so it's that chili red and mango combination, which worked really, really nicely together. And we're going to work on, I keep calling him a frog, toad. He's got a tree growing out the back of him. It doesn't really matter. But we are going to work on him. And I did say I was going to keep the same colours really as the leaves to bring in like a bit of cohesion. So it was, if I remember correctly, olivine. So let's just flick to that because I know that one. So we'll get olivine. And I feel like it was leaf green. Yeah. So we're going to keep them colours for the frog, but then I wanted to add in like a yellow. I do quite like using like a yellow, and I thought maybe I was going to use a yellow, like golden yellow, or hang on a minute. What was I going to use from the back? It was this gold, wasn't it? I think I'm going to use this gold for like little highlights. So it's much easier than last time when I had all them tins all over the shop. Just gonna move that out of the way now because we're not going to use them. We're just going to get on with the frog. So what I'm thinking is let's do a leg. Let's do this back leg and see what it looks like. That's kind of how I do it. I do a small place, have a little play around with the colours, use that as like a test. If it don't work, it doesn't work. I'm not really bothered. In fact, we'll start up here. So leaf green 1600. Again, I'll link the colours in the description. This bit's obviously quite dark because it's like under the tree behind his head. So I'm hoping I'm going to film this now and get it up on the channel. It's all dependent on the upload speed. And quite recently it's been really fast, which is good. And then some days it just takes ages. So I am planning on uploading today, just don't know what time. But if you've got your notifications set, you will know. It is Easter Sunday. I've had a very lazy morning. Had a lie-in. And then had a hot cross bun for breakfast, as you do. And watched Jurassic Park, because it was on. While I worked on a Millie Ross page. So I'm doing a Millie page for the project on the Facebook group where we are all colouring a page from Island... I don't even know what the book's called. Island Dreams, Island Escape. I've no clue. The newest one. And I've got page... Well, I don't know what page number it is now. I can't remember. I want to say 38. But funnily enough, I'd said yes to it absolutely ages ago, not really thinking about it. I just said yes to the page because I quite liked it. And then yesterday I thought I don't really know how to colour it. Can't speak. So I thought, let's find out what the animal is. Let's Google it. Let's see if I can come up with some kind of colour palette. And then, so I'm looking in the back of the book trying to work out what animal it is. It's only a fossa. Well, I absolutely love them. So we go to the zoo quite often because we do really, really love it. I'll say quite often, we've not been for like a year, but it feels like we go all the time. We're contemplating getting a pass because we would go even more. But I do love going to see the fossa. There's a couple of them, I think. Anyway, that's what the page turned out to be. So I was like, no way, I can't believe it. I just picked it because generally just thought, that's a cute little animal. This green vibe, by the way, feeling. I mean, it looks a bit messy at the minute, but I quite like that texture, to be honest. It goes quite well with his skin. So I'm going to introduce some of that yellowy gold now, I think. Along his forearms, maybe his toes. So I'm going to keep it quite dark under the tree roots. Anyone doing anything exciting today? I think we did it last year, and it's kind of like, it's definitely turned into like a little tradition, but I would make a big roast dinner on a Sunday and do like an extra, almost like a Christmas roast dinner on Easter Sunday, just because you feel like, I don't know, I always have done. But then last year we just weren't feeling it, so we had an afternoon tea. But I do like an extra, like I do go extra. So we have like a sandwich, but then I do add some extra little goodies in. So we've got some like Indian snacks. We've got some bhajis, pakoras, samosas, some chicken strips. Got some really nice bread, some salt and pepper tiger bread. It's my absolute fave. And then obviously some scones, some clotted cream, some jam. Picked up some cakes throughout the week, so we'll have like a little selection of cakes. A gin. Maybe watch a film. I'm in a sci-fi mood, fancy a sci-fi film. Might watch, if I can't find anything to watch, I'll probably watch like June or something. And just work on my Millie page. To be honest, really enjoying it. It's not a book, obviously I would gravitate towards for no other reason other than I genuinely struggle to colour them. I don't really know what to do with them. So this one, I googled the fossa, then flicked through my swatch book. So I'm just going over that leaf green now with the olivine down to here, and then I'm going to just leave some places to put that gold highlight in and see what it's like. It might work, it might not. So then I just flipped through. I wanted to do palette colour kind of based on its fur. My original idea was to just do it in greens because it is like made of leaves, and I thought let's do something a bit different. So I'm doing it in a colour palette based on its fur. So I wanted like really nice reddish browns, like quite earthy tones, and funnily enough it was the light fast that caught my eye. So I went with them. I'm really enjoying Derwent. I'm in a Derwent vibe at the minute. Obviously been loving my chroma floors, used them quite a lot last month. I'm obviously using Inktense now. The light fast, I think I need about 30, and then I've got the full set of them. But I'm really enjoying using them. I'll be honest, not a pencil I tend to use because there was so many that I didn't have. I always think, oh, there's a colour missing there, I'm stuck now. But they're working beautifully on that paper, on the Millie paper. The Millie paper is very smooth. But I'm enjoying it. It's obviously just done that massive double page. So it's kind of, other than trying to think of what colours I'm going to put together, colouring the actual page, I'm just kind of making it up. Like, I'm not really overthinking it because it's looking quite nice. It should look even better if I can pull off the background idea that I've got. I'm going to use my Cricut and make my own stencil, which I've never done, but I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. Probably use a bit of Distress ink. I hope this looks good now. So I'm just literally just adding a tiny bit of this yellow gold colour even. As a bit of a highlight. This is going back to my Daydreams frog, to be honest, because the colour of the mushrooms is very similar. And I did use yellow as a highlight on him, and it was quite nice. So I was very light with that gold, so I might build it up because it is very pale. So I just always go from light to dark. And I am terrible. I do work in quite a circular motion, so it absolutely does destroy your brushes. That doesn't look bad. I will even it out when it's dry. So Sam had asked me to do like a bit of a comparison between Inktense and the Albert Dürer. because Sam wants to add the Inktense to his collection. So I think I haven't got a full set Albert Joe yet. I've got quite a few, but not a full set. I'm building. But what I would say the main difference, Sam, is these are like an Indian ink. So once you have activated them and it's dry, it's permanent. So if you go back over it, you're not going to like dilute the colour like you would with a watercolour pencil. It also won't move, so you can go back over the top. I also think these are very, very pigmented, very vibrant colours. Like I've just done that, like with not really a lot of pressure or pigment from the pencil, and it is like really vibrant. So I would say that to me, they are more vibrant. I would say they definitely have a steep learning curve. Like I think I was talking to Anne on Facebook the other day, on Instagram. I think it was Anne. I can't remember. I've spoke to so many people this week. If it wasn't, I apologise. And she said that it looks like I have really good control of the Inktense, because it was like really smooth. And it was definitely a learning curve. I find small amounts of water work best. Small brush strokes definitely work best. And then doing, so I'll probably do it in a minute, because looking at this on the monitor, I can see bits that I'm not that happy with. Going back, taking the pigment from the pencil and working over the top when it's dry, just smooths out, evens out, adds a bit of depth. But I'm definitely not an expert, to be honest. I know what works for me. And I know that using small brushes, very small amounts of water, like the brush is like barely wet, works well for me. I know Erica from Elm Colours, she uses like blender pens on her Inktense, and that looks fab. I've not done that yet. I need to give it a go. But then on this, find less water as well. It just doesn't go through. And I do want to colour this page, so if I can not have any bleed through, then that's even better. But all I want to do on this is I just want to make it a little bit yellower, so I am going to give it a little squeeze to just encourage a bit more water. I'm going to take some of that gold off the pencil, not a lot, and then just work back over, blending it in. Just like that. See how it just picks it up, like it almost looks like there's some light shining on. And because it is permanent, I can build on top of that, and it's not going to like muddy the colours. They're not going to blend together. The yellow is going to stay yellow, hopefully, as long as I've not left much pigment on the page. That can happen sometimes if like you've used like a lot of pigment and a lot of pressure. It can still be on the page, the pigment, so when you do react, if you do go over it again, it could like reactivate. But I can just see a little bit that I'm not that keen on, so I'm just going to go in with that olivine. I've no idea if that's what it's called, so if it's not and I'm saying it completely wrong, I apologise, but that's what it looks like to me. Just, I find like a little dab works well, and it just covers up that little section a little bit, and then obviously don't want to take away that yellow that I've just added, but I quite like that. So that worked out quite well. So now I'm going to carry on, and we'll do the head because this is a lot of space to mind you. I feel like I kind of know what I want to do. I'm going to go bring in the yellow down the arm like I have done, maybe across his belly a little bit here, down his forearms here, and along this side of his face for the yellow, so it's almost like some kind of light coming through. I know that makes no sense because I've done it the other way on the mushrooms, but I'm just going to go with it. So I'm just going in with the leaf green, which was the darkest colour. I'm not pressing hard, not pressing hard at all really, because I'm just going to build the colour up. And I also don't really want it as dark as I did go here, but it's fine. Another difference I would say between these and the Albert Joris is I wouldn't use these dry. I know lots of people use the Albert Joris dry, but I just feel these come alive when you activate them. Do you know what I mean? Like the Albert Joris they're still a beautiful colour, do not get me wrong. When you activate them, they stay the same colour. Like these magnify their intensity like so bright and vibrant. So I feel like I wouldn't use these dry at all, ever. They are a nice pencil to colour with though, I do have to say. I'm really loving getting back to filming as well, so I hope everyone's enjoying some regular content. Obviously I'm gonna have to work on that when I go back to school, but I'm thinking of bringing Wit Wednesdays back and just colouring every Wednesday night. Or every Tuesday night actually, because I'd have to get it up on Wednesday. Not done a stream for absolutely ages. I think I mentioned that last time. And I would like to do one, so I'll have to try and plan a stream. Still really struggle with like shadows and highlights. I just put them where I think, to be honest. No rhyme or reason, just go for it. But yeah, just going back to like the differences between the Arbitjura and stuff, I would say that's kind of it. They are a watercolour pencil, these are an ink. These are super vibrant. I wouldn't use them dry. I love them. These were my first like water medium, I think. Can't remember if I got a set for Christmas, like 24, or if I bought them. I can't remember. I think I bought some loose stock first, maybe that's why I've got them random spurs. I think I'd seen somebody use sherbet lemon and apple green together, and I thought, yep, I want them. And then I thought I can't just buy two, so I bought a pink and a blue, as you do. And then I feel like I got a set, and then I built. That's why I've got spurs, I think, because I bought a set of so many. Ollie got me, I don't know, no idea, but I then slowly built the set up just buying free stock, which I tend to do quite often. I'll buy like a 60 set or 36. Like I've just bought a 40 set of luminants. I have 6 luminants anyway. I wanted to try them for skin, so I got some dark skin tones. But then there was an offer on Cult Pens the other day, so I bought a set of 40. You've got 10% off if you spent over 50. So I got 10 off. And then I will just slowly build to them. I want them to complement my light fast. So then I'd have like a 200 set. So I'm not in a particular rush. I do need to do my pencil stash video. People keep asking, but the reason I don't is because I don't. It's not a look at all the pencils I've got. That's what I was trying to think. Sorry, this is completely random, but I was trying to remember what Pro colours I had. These have never been swatched. I've used a couple. I don't even know what on, but I'm gonna swatch these out. I might do it in my I might do a video because I want a new swatch book, and I could set. People always ask me how I do it, like how I set my swatches up, like what do I use and things like that. So that I might just do that as a little video and swatch them out. So I'm going to activate his little leg. Just a quick drink of tea. I'm still not sure on what colour I'm going to do these mushroomy stalks. I am going to do the underneath of the mushrooms in gel pen, I think, just to add a little bit of magic. So that gold I have done quite light, so I will go back in with the pencil, and then I don't want that green on there a minute because I want it to go back to the yellow, so I just wipe it off. I'm probably going to have to go back over this with pigment from the pencil because I've been quite light, I think. I'll be able to tell when it dries. But I do find this like quite a relaxing colour. Can't believe I've not done an Inktense page for so long because the colouring is quite quick and the activating is chilled, to be fair. So let it dry and I can come back to it. And I've really been quite light with this gold, so I'll go back over that. This is a really nice cut. Do you see what I mean about? I put quite a lot of pigment on that the other night and then I've clearly not activated it well enough, so we just wet it and it'll just spread out. I just have to be careful around them because I did use quite a lot of pigment because the pencil was sharp. But as you can see, the brush is fairly dry again. I probably will need to just give it a little squeeze. Don't want it too wet. But like those little like the transition, the gradient into the gold, I can neaten that up in a minute with more gold or a bit more green. The brush is quite wet now, so I'm just going to very, very quickly clean that off just so I can spread that pigment before it dries, and then you've not got a harsh line. It looks quite nice. I am quite liking it. It'll look better when I darken it all up in a minute. I'm going to do this bit up here because this bit's quite dark. And I'll probably do the whole frog, toad, whatever he is, before going back in with that extra colour. And I definitely haven't activated these little spots properly because so I have to be super, super careful. But really, really nice. It's taken me so long though. Not the fastest, but who cares? Right, so I do want to leave like quite, I want his belly to be a bit yellow. Excuse me. So we'll work round here. Which is going to be dark. We'll work around here. you can be quite messy with these as well. That is another thing. They are very like unforgiving. Sorry, it's bobbing my head in. Because they do activate really smoothly, I find. You can be a little bit messy with them. Did I say I was gonna... Yeah, I was gonna Inktense pan, wasn't I, the background? That'll be interesting. Can't remember what colour I said. I did use the Inktense pans, I think, on an Erie page. I have to say I've never really used like a watercolour like that, so even though I have got quite a few sets, I've got this one which I was showing you the other day, the cotton one. I've just got paint on me. I'm such a mess. I am a messer. It's a really, really old one. I got this in a scroller box. Oh, it's all stuck to the lid. Just a Dale around one, and then I got a full studio set of Inktense, so we'll have a play with them and see what we can do. I am just going back over that leaf green because it'll just darken. Just going to lighten that out a little bit. I'll do that arm in a minute when I know what I'm doing. I don't really know how much to make him yellow. I'll just do that. I can go over it so it doesn't really matter. With the green, if I don't like it, so it's not a major. And then we can activate, just see how watery my brush is. See, it's like practically dry, so I'm going to give it a squeeze. It's a bit better. Just don't want it too wet, that's the only thing. It does just activate quicker if you're a bit wet. Sorry, head was in the way again. And then I can always tidy this up by going over the top. I'm going to go this way. to the really dark bits. They do blend really well together. I always find that. And I don't think I've used them to do like this kind of green into yellow blend before, but I'm really liking it. Be quite a nice maybe leaf blend. It does give him quite a nice texture as well, you know, for his froggy, tawdy skin. I am probably going to want to darken up. Oop. Quite a bit, I think. Let me just see what it looks like. Actually, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Like, yellow is quite nice. I might just need to just work over that where this might need a bit more green. It just looks like I've been a bit light with the pigment, but we'll see. I miss doing some actual colouring content, I'm not gonna lie. I need to really make sure I just keep making time for it, because if I think about the pages that I could do, like things like this, don't necessarily take a long time. But this page is a page I've been looking at for ages, and I probably wouldn't have sat down and coloured it. I don't know why, because I do like a froggy toad page and a mushroom, if I'm being honest. Like a mushroom page. And as you know, I absolutely love working in this book. One of my, if not favourite, Hannah books. I don't know why, I just think it's like the nature side of it. It's not gone through at all. There's a little bit of buckling, but it's fine. Let me just look at that in the screen. Do quite like it. I'm going to let it dry. I might come back in with some more green. But he's turning out to be a cute little guy. Hoping I'm going to get the head done in this video. I don't really want to go past an hour, because is anyone watching still? Hi if you are, thanks for watching. I personally love a video like this because I'll put it on while I'm colouring. And I do kind of feel like I'm colouring with someone. I love it. I have been not missing, but I've just not really made time to keep up on YouTube. So this last week I've been absolutely binging. Found some new channels. I have been watching completed pages. You know, when you're just like, oh, I've missed this. Cup of tea, YouTube, death by double page. I'm going to make a short this afternoon of that double page that I keep talking about, because I can't wait for you to see it. I'm really proud of it. Just was a lot. A lot. But I did it. Always wanted to do a Circle of Life double page and just never been brave enough, really. I would do another one. Not yet. Maybe in about 6 months' time when I've recovered but that'll be getting posted to Instagram soon because I know Sam's just finished his, so. Hopefully you'll get to see that very soon. Just spotted something, just give me 1 minute. I'm so bad. Forgot about these super colours. Which means that'll be another thing I need to collect now. I'm so bad. And these, I want to get back into these. I have missed these. Honestly, my desk is so bad. I really am going to get into these, and I've got the perfect excuse because Happy Catastrophe is doing like a tarot card prompt, so I'm going to try. I might not be able to do it every single month, but I'm definitely going to try to do a prompt. So I need to catch up because the first one was the Fool. I only discovered the videos yesterday. The first one was the Fool, which I haven't done, and the second one was the Magician, which I haven't done, but I've obviously got my Lulu book. I've got my tarot book that I got absolutely ages ago. I think I've done 1 page in it. So maybe I won't do the one in every single one each month, but I definitely would like to maybe pick one each month and try and do that prompt. That's kind of my plan. So I'm going to take them off my desk because they're hidden, so I'll forget about them, you know, if they're not on my bookshelf. Is anyone else like that? You just forget. If I put a book on my desk, it stays for quite a while and I forget it's even there. So they need to come downstairs. Excuse me, I've just left the brush on the kitchen roll. It's just completely dried up. I want to just tidy that bit up. I'm not a fan of that bit. I've just caught it in the monitor, so I'll fix that in a bit. I'll let it dry first. Let's do his little, in fact, let's do that bit at the back first. Now, I've just squeezed that ridiculously hard and it's now absolutely sopping wet. But does anybody else just like a long, let me know in the comments, who likes a long video that you can just sit and colour along to? Because I love it. I love putting my headphones in, getting myself at the table, getting a brew. I can spend all afternoon, to be honest. I love just like almost switching off a little bit. I do love colouring on the couch watching a series as well though. Like I've absolutely binged Teen Wolf and Late to the Party obviously. But the film's just come out, hasn't it? And that's what made me think I've never watched that. Let's give it a whirl. And I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Watched a couple of episodes this morning. Probably have to work over those little toes. I'm not sure if I'm feeling them. But I'm thinking, because this is clocking up to near an hour now. Sorry guys, I really thought I'd be a lot more productive than this. But what I might do is the head off camera, because it's just going to be the same as this. And the next video we can do all the little bits, the little finishing bits, the houses and the background. It'll probably be done. Just concentrating while we're going around these little spots, just in case it's not thingy. All I want to do is that dry. I just want to add a little bit more of this gold to his belly because it's not as vibrant as I'd want it really, so we'll do that. And you just see how it just darkens it ever so slightly. I'm just going to bring it out into the green. But I do quite like that like mottled like look to him. I just want to then use a bit of this olivine. Just to work along this little line because it was just a bit noticeable. Zoom out, have a little look. quite cute, isn't he? Just need to do his head. So I might do that off camera because it is just going to be a very similar process to what I've already done. I'll use the leaf green to go around, bits I'm going to do dark. I'm probably going to bring in this yellow around maybe like the bottom of his lip, there, into his nose. I'm going to save the eyes and things for when I'm filming again. But I think I'm just going to leave it there. I'm quite happy with him. He looks quite cute. Have I got an Inktense page in here already? Yeah, so this was an Inktense page. I love the autumn leaves on this one. Everything was Inktense apart from his skin. That was the luminance I tried for a darker skin tone. But the hair on this I absolutely love. The leaves I absolutely love. These were Inktense. Was she? She was Neo Colour, I think. This was Inktense. So I have used Inktense quite a lot in this book. They work really, really well. And there is another one. I don't know where she's gone. I'm sure she's in here. She's got a blue. There she is. She was Inktense. Her hair was Inktense. Her skin was a normal polychromos, but everything else was Inktense on there. So I do use them quite often in this book, and the paper works fabulously with them. So I'm going to leave it there. When you join me next, the head will be done. We'll tackle the mushroom stalks, the houses, the eyes, and then we'll probably do the background, a little bit of gel pen work, and it'll be done. Hope you found that interesting. I hope I've kept you company whilst you are colouring. Let me know in the comments if I did and what you were working on. Feel free to send me any pictures on Instagram. I'd love to see them. And I will see you all in the next one. So thanks for watching, guys, if you are still with me. Hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed it. The new colour we used today was the gold, which is 0215. I will put it in the comments. And I will see you all in the next video. Adios.